Hey, what's up guys? Koviaki here. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So in this video, I'll talk to you about some moves that the Edmonton Oilers made that might have cost them a key player such as Matthew Barzal, Thomas Chabot, or Kyle Connor. So basically, I was fooling around on HockeyDB like I do frequently, and I stumbled upon Magnus Pajärvi, former Oilers player that they drafted 10th overall in 2009. And you know, this guy, from what I remember, had some good hype around him, and he had a good first year, putting up 34 points in 80 games played, statistically around the same as Jesperi Kotkaniemi got in his first year in Montreal. After that, he kind of never really progressed, having a bad second year playing both in the NHL and the AHL to finally never pan out as the player he was supposed to be. So the Edmonton Oilers decided to move on from him, and they traded him as a 22-year-old on July 10, 2013 with a second-round pick and a fourth-round pick to the St. Louis Blues in exchange of forward David Perron, who was 26 years old at the time, and the Oilers also got a third-round pick. It was a good trade for the Oilers. Now our story with Magnus Pajärvi is over. Let's keep David Perron in mind. David Perron played a full year with the Oilers in 2013-2014, putting up 28 goals and 29 assists for 57 points in 78 games, but the Oilers were bad and missed the playoffs. The year after, in 2014-2015, he got traded on January 2nd, 2015 to the Pittsburgh Penguins for their first-round pick and Rob Klinkhammer. Again, since the Oilers were in a rebuild, it made sense. Now our story with David Perron is over. Let's talk about the first-round pick that they got from the Pittsburgh Penguins. The new GM, Peter Chiarelli, who was hired on April 24, 2015, did not keep that first-round pick, which was the 16th overall pick in 2015, and decided to move on from it on draft day in 2015 to the New York Islanders for defenseman Griffin Reinhart. Chiarelli also added a second-round pick to get Reinhart. That big-body defenseman only appeared in 30 games with the Oilers and is now playing in Germany. Now you probably know where I'm going with all this. The Islanders were extremely proud to select Matthew Barzal with that pick at 16th overall. Also, both Kyle Connor and Thomas Chabot have been drafted respectively 17th and 18th overall. So, the Oilers could have had the choice to pick between Matthew Barzal, Kyle Connor, and Thomas Chabot back in 2015 with that pick that Chiarelli traded for Griffin Reinhart. Obviously, maybe some things would have changed if they would have drafted one of these guys, but for the record, imagine having McDavid drafted the same years as those three guys in the same team as Draisaitl and Barzal, Connor, or Chabot at D. Here are some potential lines. A forward group with Barzal for me would look like this, with him on the right side to manage more the time on eyes of your superstars. And in superstars, I'm talking about the three centers, McDavid, Draisaitl, and Barzal. And him and McDavid on the same line would destroy the league. Imagine the power play with Draisaitl. A bit the same for Kyle Connor, who's a natural left winger, but instead, RNH would go to the second line with Draisaitl and Puljujarvi. I would move up Yamamoto with them to have an extremely talented first line. The third and fourth line remains basically the same. Kyle Connor is a guy who rings puck in Winnipeg, wouldn't do much different on a line with McJesus. And finally, the Oilers right now with Thomas Chabot at defense would look like that. Him and Barry as the first pair. Maybe you could put Nurse instead of Chabot to avoid having two offensive defensemen on the same pairing. Nurse with Larson or Larson with Chabot would look good as well. And finally, a third pairing would be Clefbaum if he comes back one day, and Ethan Bear. Honestly, I didn't know about this situation before finding it on HockeyDB, but I feel sad for the Oilers as they still have some holes in their lineup. Of course, they would probably have some issues with the cap, but I did the exercise only for fun and to see what the Oilers could look like. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more.